So, hello, welcome to another Candace's Corner.
Hi, Candace.
Hi, Kim. So, my name is Candace Cunningham. I'm a research aide at the Institute for Human Development at UMKC. I am a person with lived experience and cerebral palsy and developmental disabilities. Um, I started participating in this advocacy effort in 2006, and I serve on several boards, which I'm lucky to serve on the Missouri Association of People Supporting Employment First with Kim Buckman today. Oh, my guest today. So these are our vision at IHD, where we envision a world where all people live, work, and play in their chosen communities. And under the individual advocacy unit, we want to make sure that individuals with lived experience and developmental disabilities are informed, recognized, and supported to have leadership roles and help others reach success. So Candace's Corner is this opportunity to hear from people on important topics with two people with lived experience and development disabilities. And so today we'll going to focus on people first in Missouri's priorities. So we'll the session today, the episode today will be Missouri Division of Developmental Disabilities and Employment Services and entities and best practices. So I am lucky to have Kim Buckman on one of my guests today. She is the director of employment and community engagement. So hi Kim.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Candace.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to visit with you.
Yes, I'm happy to hear all the awesome things that you will be doing in your new role. And so these are some of the things that we will be covering today with Kim during our interview. So Kim, what is your role with the Missouri Division of Developmental Disabilities?
As you mentioned, I'm the new Director of Employment and Community Engagement at the division. I recently joined the team in April, so I'm really excited to get on board and just keep the momentum going with the Employment First Missouri initiatives that have been put in place in Missouri over the last several years. And so I oversee those initiatives as well as some other projects, all focusing on improving those employment outcomes in Missouri.
And then what did you do in the past?
So employment's always been a part of my career and a passion of mine. I started my career when I was still in college. Finishing up my senior year, I was working as a job coach, supporting individuals on their job sites for learning opportunities, Quality Works, up in the northeast part of the state. When I graduated a few months later, I moved into an employment consultant role and manager with that agency, overseeing a couple different counties that they supported. And then for the past 15 years, I have worked for County Connections, which is a support coordination agency. And I was the director of that program for the majority of my time there. And while we were not employment providers, employment was always something that stayed a strategic target throughout my career there. And so I'm really excited to be in this role now where I can really focus on that target more specifically.
So, what are some employment services available in Missouri?
So there's lots of different services and supports available, specifically through the Division of Developmental Disabilities. We have 5 Medicaid waiver program services that are targeted for employment. We have pre-vocational services, which really provide individuals with learning and experiences to develop their general skills needed to maintain a job. Skills like communication with their coworkers or their supervisor, appropriate workplace conduct, problem solving skills, maybe safety in the workplace. We also have career planning. That's really a service that's designed to support individuals with their vocational discovery and develop a plan to achieve their employment goals. We offer job development, which really facilitates that community employment and includes things like assistance completing applications, job interviewing activities, maybe negotiation with prospective employers to talk to them about accommodations. We have supported employment, which is maybe the most familiar one to individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where individuals receive support on the job. And it can be support working with their employers for those intensive support needs that they have to learn and maintain that job. One of our newest services over the last couple of years was benefits planning that we added. And that's really designed to inform individuals about how competitive integrated employment impacts or connects with their benefits. And it assists them with information, education, consultation, really gives them that technical assistance around things like reporting their income, work incentives that might be available, and just that overall benefits analysis to see if employment will impact those benefits and how those connect.
Could you explain what a waiver is?
Sure. So Medicaid waiver in Missouri is a funded program through Medicaid in the state of Missouri that provides assistance to individuals who meet certain eligibility criteria. And so individuals have to be Medicaid eligible. They have to meet a certain set of standard limitations, as well as have a qualifying diagnosis. And so if you are already someone who is connected with the Division of Developmental Disabilities and do not have a waiver, you can talk with your support coordinator to see if that is something that you could potentially qualify for if you have the level of need to support that. And if you are not yet connected with the Division of Developmental Disabilities, you can reach out and see if you are eligible for those services.
What do you say to someone who says they want to stay in a social workshop because it does not affect the benefits?
I would really say that there's just a lot of misconceptions, misunderstandings, and myths around the impact of employment on benefits. And I really encourage individuals to explore the resources that are available to get accurate information for their individual situation, because everybody's situation is a little different depending on the benefits that they receive. And so there's a lot of great resources available. One online resource that is a free tool here in Missouri is the DB 101. And that's a website that offers information, videos to talk you through that information, as well as an estimator tool. And it gives you information specific to Missouri. But we also, like I said, through our waiver program, have benefits planners. But if you're not connected to a waiver, there is still an option to talk with a benefits planner. And those are your work incentive planning, your certified work incentive counselors. And I know it's confusing, but if you can reach out to those individuals through the Ticket to Work helpline. You do not have to have Ticket to Work, but that's just how you access those resources. And so I really encourage individuals to reach out, to explore the resources, to educate themselves, to make sure they have accurate information.
What goals do you have for employment in Missouri?
You know, I want to make sure that, like I said, we keep the momentum going with the practices that we've put into place. ultimately, I really want to make sure that we improve employment opportunities and increase employment rates for individuals with disabilities. I really want to spend time focusing on empowering individuals to choose employment first. And I want to make sure that our community is educated and know that all individuals can work. You know, our national core indicators tell us that people want to work. And so we want to ensure that as a state and as a division that we're doing our best to help people achieve those goals.
That goes into my next question. What does employment first mean?
So employment first really means that individuals who want to work can work, that employment should be an option for all individuals. You know, in Missouri, we believe employment first is that anybody of a working age is expected to work, that people have the right to achieve their career goals, that people should earn competitive wages in an integrated setting of their choice, and that people should have the opportunity and support to realize economic self-sufficiency and asset development. So employment first in Missouri really means that employment isn't the only option for individuals, but it should be the first option considered for those individuals to meet their support needs.
How do you might have answered this in the earlier question, but how does a person get started with employment?
Yeah, I think, like I said, just mentioned, it starts at an early age, but it's also a conversation that can be brought up at any stage of life. You know, we encourage that it starts early so that those experiences can be put in place to help them achieve their goals. But individuals, if they're connected with a support coordinator or case manager through the division, they can reach out to them and start having those planning conversations and start working towards employment goals. Also on our website, the division website, there's several resources available for career planning for individuals and families who maybe don't have a support coordinator or don't have an agency assisting them. There's tools that they can utilize. I know you guys offer a lot of great tools, Candace, with Charting the Life course. There's some really awesome ones that are specific to employment. And helping them create their trajectory and their goals for employment. And then we also have an Employment First Missouri webpage. And so I can send you the link to add to your resource list as well for that has some really neat videos as well as some tools available for individuals to start that planning.
What are your favorite employment success stories?
There are so many examples of success happening around our state. And I was fortunate in my previous career to see several of those examples. But I think the ones that I especially love hearing about are those situations where employment was originally taken off the table or thought to not be an option for individuals, whether that was because of some historical events that happened in their life, or maybe some significant support needs with behavior or communication. And those individuals fortunately have champions in their corner that may help them advocate for employment, kind of as an intervention to those situations. And they are able to achieve success because of that. You know, I've seen a situation where someone was terminated from sheltered employment because they were having significant behaviors displayed at the work site repeatedly. Employment wasn't taken off the table for that individual. It was advocated for a different employment setting that better fit his needs. And so now he's successfully employed out in the community with some supports. So I think those are my favorite situations, is when employment is considered as an intervention, as an option, instead of being taken off the table when there's significant challenges.
I like that. Thank you for sharing that, Kim.
Yeah.
Well, that was my last question for you. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
Not really. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm always open to talking with individuals to help answer questions or to connect them to a resource that might be beneficial for them. We have a small team in Missouri for our Employment First team. It's myself and Sandy Kaiser who work for the division. And then we contract the Institute for Community Inclusion out of UMass Boston for some Employment First technical assistance.
Mhm.
And so we have Nick, Leslie, and Jesse. And we can connect provider agencies, TCM agencies, or individuals and families with those resources. And so feel free to reach out to us anytime that we can maybe be of assistance.
Yeah, and I will also add that to the resource list that will go
Perfect.
on. So yes, well, I appreciate you taking your time out of your day, Kim, to come on and do an interview with me. Um, again, thank you, Kim Buckman. Um, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.